Hello everyone, back tuning into the latest vlog update here on the Gavin YouTube channel. So I just wanted to bring everybody up to date with the recovery from my mouth cancer operation and also the definitive full and final diagnosis that I have now. I got a letter that was going to be sent to the GP, and I've got my copy of that letter. I had that coming yesterday, and so we've got the full sort of pathology listed on that letter. I thought I'd just let you know exactly what the pathology was from this cancer. So I'll get on that for you in a moment. Just say that if you're enjoying the vlogs on the channel at the moment, please can you like, share, subscribe, and thank you so much everyone for doing that. So I diagnosed with Squamous Cell Carcinoma of the tongue, mouth cancer, tongue cancer, back in March. I had an ulcer, but appeared at the back end of last year. I had a biopsy on that ulcer, and it came back. But that this was indeed like a cancer of the mouth. So on the 31st of March, I had the cancer removed in quite a significant operation at Northampton General Hospital. They removed the cancer, wide excision. Did not have to have like a graft. I didn't have to have a flap. But they just stitched the tongue back up. But it was quite a significant procedure to the tongue. Took quite a large chunk of the tongue away, and I also had to have a cut to the neck, a neck dissection, to check the lymph nodes, because the first place that mouth cancer goes normally is down. So the first place it will spread to will be into the lymph nodes in the neck. So they did a cut to the neck, took away the glands, and I got the results on that a couple of weeks ago. So the neck was fine. There's no sign of any metastasis to the to the lymph nodes. They were all clear. And the tongue cancer itself was removed with a clear margin. That's most important, most critical. If you have any cancer removed, you always want to hear that phrase. You've got a clear margin of healthy tissue around the cancer. That means that all the cancer cells are gone, as far as can be ascertained. So at that point, I was told that I don't need any further treatment, and just in the case of keeping an eye on me and monitoring how things are going. So, in the meantime, the recovery has continued. I'm sure you can hear that I'm sounding, a little bit clearer than I was like a couple of weeks ago when I did the last mouth cancer vlog. Gradually, day by day, it gets a little bit better. But the recovery hasn't slowed up. So, initially, it was quite a rapid recovery, actually, with the speech and swallowing function. The speech recovery has slowed down, but it's still there, I think. I think I'm still sounding, day by day. It's a little bit easier, and I get a little bit more understandable. It's still not 100%. It may never get back to 100%. There may always be a slight impediment, but I think very gradually, the recovery goes on. So, from that side of things, it's fine. Swallowing's always been okay, really. Initially, there was quite a lot of swelling, so that did impede swallowing a little bit. But to be honest, the swallowing side of the operation has been absolutely fine. I can eat anything I like. I'm not in any pain whatsoever now. There's no soreness as I speak or eat at all. So that's all great. As far as the neck is concerned, again, no problems there. There's like a little bit of stiffness to the neck, as you'd expect if you've had like a cut. The cut is about that big, so it's a big old cut to the neck. You expect a bit of stiffness. But again, it doesn't impede anything. Like I was driving this morning, had to do some, had to reverse, whilst I can't get my head round quite as easily as I used to be able to, I still get my head round. It's still, it's still doable to be able to turn the head right way to the shoulder and whatnot. Just a little bit less easy, I suppose, than it used to be. So that's all fine. Been no problems whatsoever with that. My shoulder has been fine. So I did get a little bit of aching on the shoulder occasionally, particularly if I've carried anything heavy. But, no more than you probably expect if you're over 40, to be honest. So, the main issue is still with the speech, and that is quite a minor issue now, as well. Actually, I think my tongue is fine. I don't think the speech issue I've got left over now is coming from the tongue, to be honest. I think if it was just the tongue, I'd be sounding pretty much 100%. The main issue now, I think, is like the numbness that I have on my jawline. It feels a little bit like I've had a local anesthetic, for a dental procedure, but that wears off after a couple of hours, whereas this is ongoing, and it's really related to the numbness that I have in my neck. So my neck is numb where they've done the cut. It's severed the nerves, and it takes a long while for the nerve endings to get themselves, to regenerate. I'm told they will regenerate, so in around 12 to 18 months' time, most of the feeling in the neck, and presumably along the jawline, should come back. And that probably help with the speech as well, because the numbness sort of stops me being able to change the position of my mouth, I suppose, to create certain words and sounds. So it always feels a little bit like pulling around there, and that's primarily, I think, the reason that on some words and phrases and whatnot, there's still just that slight speech impediment. So when I'm able to fully shape my mouth, when I'm able to fully shape my mouth, when this numbness goes away from the jawline, I think then I may sound more or less as I used to, with perhaps a slight difference. So it's probably going to take like a couple of years, actually, would you believe, before we know 100% how I sound when I come out of this. But to be honest, given that, this thing could have killed me, it could have took my life, if it had gone on, if I let it go on and it had spread to the neck and then to the lungs, it could have took my life. Given that, I haven't really got much to complain about. But you see how my tongue is looking now? So I can open my mouth wider than the last time I tried to do this. So, there we go. That's how the tongue is looking now. That's Gav's mouth. So finally, the full pathology is in. So the cancer itself is actually a stage 2 cancer. They thought it was stage 1, but it actually turns out to be T2. So it's stage 2 cancer, T2. N0, it's the staging is done through the T, N, and M. So it's tumour, no metastasis. So it's T2, tumour 2, N0, N0, node 0, no lymph node involvement. Of course, M0 as well. There was no metastasis to distant parts of the body. So it was a little bit further on, in the scale. It was a stage where it's actually stage 2. That's from the size of it and the depth of the invasion. So it's a good job, it's a good job that I sought help and got treatment when I did, because it was actually progressing on a little bit. It was initially thought that it was probably going to be stage 1 cancer, but it turns out it's actually stage 2 cancer. It had progressed on slightly more than, than they thought at the beginning. So it is a good job that I got help when I did, because it probably would have been that much longer before it would have started to spread, I don't think. But it's still early stage, stage 2 is still early stage, has a very good 5-year survival. So particularly if there's no lymph node involvement. So overall, it's very good news, of course, that there was no lymph node involvement, no metastasis, so it's T2, N0, M0. And the letter does also contain the phrase that everybody who's had cancer wants here, which is current findings disease-free. I am disease-free at this stage. Of course, there's no guarantees about how this is going to develop over the next few weeks, months, or years, so it's going to be a case of close monitoring. I'm going back on the 9th of June to have my 6 weeks follow-up appointment, and then there will be further follow-up appointments over the next 5 years, and most follow-up appointments, the time between those appointments will get bigger as we go along. But for now, disease-free, no evidence of disease on NED, no evidence of disease. It's the phrase that everybody who has cancer or has had cancer wants to hear. So just going to see how it all goes on. And in the meantime, I'm getting everything back on the weather channel. It's gradually coming back. I can't sort of complain about how this whole process has gone. It's been absolutely great. And thank you so much, of course, to my doctor, Mr. Amirali, and also to Northampton General Hospital as well, for their treatment and also for their care too. And I'm going to keep you informed. There probably won't be another mouth cancer vlog now until I have my follow-up appointment. So the mouth cancer vlogs will get, you know, a little bit less frequent now, I suppose, as I begin to get back to my life and, you know, get back to the day job, which is doing the weather. I won't be doing as many mouth cancer vlogs, but of course I will keep everybody informed about how things go. If there are any problems that crop up, hopefully there won't be, but of course there could be, you know, issues as we go along. So any problems that crop up, of course, I'll let everybody know. But for the time being, for now, it's all good news, and the recovery goes on. So thank you so much again to all of you for your support over this period, past few weeks and months. You've been absolutely great, been absolutely fantastic, and you know, you really have spurred me on and made me determined to fight this and to beat cancer, to kick cancer's butt, as I said we were going to do together on the video where I announced the diagnosis. You know, back in March, I think that was 18th of March, was it? I said we we're going to kick cancer's butt, and I think we've done that. So thank you so much. You've given me that will and sort of spur me on, made me determined to fight and to get back. And the recovery's been very speedy. I'm surprised, you know, how speedy the recovery has been. I was expecting it to be a slower recovery than it has been. I think a lot of that, part of that is because I'm quite young with this, so most people who get mouth cancer are significantly older than me. So I'm 44, I'm quite young, so I've got, you know, a lot of reserve energy to fight. But also it is the strength that you have all given me, and you know, also the determination to get back to the weather. I have to get back to the weather. It's my love, it's my life, it's my passion. So I can't, you know, be without the weather. So I've got to get back to that, and I am getting back to it, you know, getting everything back on track. And yeah, so put it all together, I think that's why the recovery has been so speedy. But you have played a big part in the recovery as well. So thank you so much to each and every one of you for just being absolutely amazing during this what's been very difficult period. Of course, Mrs. P is back home as well. So she's doing okay. She's still poorly, but she's doing okay. And again, thank you to all of you for all of your lovely, lovely messages. And please know that I have passed them all on to her, of course. Right, so next mouth cancer vlog will be after the follow-up appointment. And that follow-up appointment is going to be on the 9th of June. I shall let everybody know how I am. Then, of course, if anything crops up between now and then, there will be more vlogs, you know, for mouth cancer. But assuming nothing else happens, then next mouth cancer vlog will be after the 6 weeks follow-up appointment on or after June the 9th. Right, okay, so that's it for this one. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and bye for now.